to eBlock's first edition of Wildcat News in the 2018 school year. In light of the many school shootings in the past year, in-school security has become an increasingly important topic of conversation. Our school now has its first ever resource officer and a few new security changes that have been made. We spoke to Officer Thaxter about his new role at WBMHS.
I'm Officer Thaxter. I'm the student resource officer for not just the high school, but for all 4 schools.
Officer Thaxter's qualifications come from his previous roles in the police department.
I was a patrolman for the majority of my career. I was also a member of a SWAT team. Alice trained. I was a crisis negotiator, and also I was the backup court prosecutor for a while.
Having a resource officer on site helps both students and faculty feel safer in the school.
I think it's really good that we have an officer. That way we have someone that gives us their full attention and we don't have to worry about not being safe or not having a police officer here if something were to go wrong.
It does make the school maybe a little bit safer because we have a police officer just checking around and stuff, making sure everything's okay.
I think it's a great idea. It makes everybody feel more secure knowing Officer Thaxter's here, watching over us and making sure everybody's safe.
Most of Officer Thaxter's policies have been accepted openly by everyone in the building, but the one policy that took the most time to adjust to was the new door policy.
So probably the biggest is we focused on trying to get all the flow of traffic through one door so that we could sort of monitor it all day. That was a big consideration. Second thing, we've worked on getting some software so that we basically can account for everybody who comes into the school as a visitor. Those are really the biggest things that we've tried to do is make sure that we've secured the perimeter and we know who everyone is in the school at all times.
The one change I don't like that we've had is the change that we can only use one door. It's very difficult for athletes to get all their equipment, which is down by door 5, and then have to come and exit out door 1.
Despite their frustration, students are still able to recognize that the changes are in their best interests.
I do. I think all of them have been with an effort to keep us safe, and I think that they're trying their best to change for the better.
Officer Thaxter still has plans to take our school's safety to the next level.
Well, we're going to try to implement a policy where we have everybody, including staff, volunteers, myself, everybody's going to, and students are going to be have an ID.
Although some of these changes take some time to get used to, everyone can agree that having Officer Thaxter in the building has added to the overall safety in the school environment. We all look forward to seeing what else might change. Now over to Sarah to hear more about the new fan section everyone's been talking about.
Thanks, Nicole. This year, West Bridgewater has gotten more and more students to come out and support our boys during the home football games. They section off a part of the bleachers just for the students as they cheer on our team.
Well, personally, I think when the football team plays well, the fan section gets very excited. It pumps us up for the game, too, and it gets the fan section pumped up, too.
When playing for a team for the school, most of the athletes get hyped up and motivated from the fan section.
I think that the fan section really helps us out because it gets cheerleaders more hyped and the boys more hyped. So I think it's really good that they actually have a fan section now.
A majority of the students enjoy being a part of the fan section.
It's really fun to be part of, everyone's cheering for the football team, and the theme kind of helps it because it makes it more fun to be part of. And
here I feel like it's bigger and more students are coming to the football games and getting more involved in them. I just feel like it's better.
When teams have a fan section cheering them on, it gives them the energy to play better.
I think anytime teams are winning, it's way more fun. You're going to get more people coming to watch. When you're losing, it's just not as fun to watch. So, the more we win, I think it brings those who maybe wouldn't come the desire to come and watch.
Yeah, I think that they do way better when there's a fan section. They get them hyped up, they're happier, and they just perform better.
The more students that come to the games and support the team, the more energy it feeds off to the team.
Well, I'm only a sophomore, so I only know about last year. Last year the fan section was good, but this year the fan section is great.
I think it's a numbers thing. Obviously, we don't have the amount of students other schools have, but I think for a small school, that we had a great crowd at the football game Friday night.
Hopefully, our fan section will continue to grow, especially as we try our best to thrive through the rest of the playoffs. I hear that there's a new French teacher in WB. Brady got a chance to sit down with her.
We interviewed some students to see what they thought about Mrs. Gewurzman. Let's go find out what they said.
She is a good teacher. She teaches well.
She's a good teacher and she's really nice.
From what the students said, it seems like Mrs. Gewurtzman is a very nice and friendly teacher.
She's a wonderful person. She has a really nice way about her. She knows 5 languages. I'm hoping maybe we could even have Russian here at school. She speaks Russian, Spanish, Hebrew, English, and I forget what the 5th language is.
She is a very talented teacher and knows many different languages.
I started to learn French when I was 6 years old. It's back in Russia, in Moscow. So I had kind of private group, like the teacher was really a friend of my parents. He was a very nice man, so his really specialty was, he was speaking French, he was teaching us in the French methods, it was very fun. But as well, he was like writing books about Lithuania, because he is from, and making movies as well.
She has a tremendous amount of experience working with young kids as well as older students, and the position requires her to work with elementary school and 7th grade as well as high school.
I like the students in this school, they're very nice. I do not have, like as usual, like in some schools, there's a lot of behavior issues. I don't have it here.
Mrs. Gewurtzman likes the students because they are very nice and she doesn't have discipline problems with them. We just wrapped up our annual Pep Rally and it was a blast. Let's head over to Skylar for more.
Pep Rally gets a lot of people loud and pumped because everyone shows school spirit by wearing maroon and white. And when all the sports teams get announced, everyone is cheering and all jacked up with excitement.
For school spirit, a great time to get everybody together.
I think the Pep Rally is going to be a fun time. It's always nice to have the whole school in one place.
I think they're good for the school because it gets everyone together and it brings school spirit.
The athletic director gets her ideas from other people and her own pep rallies.
I do a lot of asking around. I try to, ask the kids or ask the athletes or talk to the teachers. I think back to when I had my pep rallies when I was in high school.
The Pie in the Face raised money.
We have Pie in the Face.
It's been an exciting month raising money for cancer, and I think it's going to be a good way to get the students excited about seeing some teachers go down with a pie in the face.
We have our coaches coming to speak about our teams and maybe some of our captains.
When the teams get announced, it makes all the athletes feel special.
I like the part when they call out all the teams. I love that part because it makes me feel special.
My favorite part about pep rallies is when they call out all the teams because it's just a good way to show school spirit for all the sports.
We also have a routine by our cheer coach.
I like pep rallies because they're really fun and everybody shows school spirit, and especially because we're seniors this year, so it's our last year.
It's a great time to get everyone together.
I think it's neat to just see all the students that participate in sports, and it's great to have them recognized in front of the whole school.
My favorite part is when they ask you who's the loudest and stuff.
Since the pep rally is over now, people can't wait for the next one in the winter. It's even more exciting because there's so many activities going on. Also, every grade has their own color to show school spirit for the week, so I think this pep rally is going to be really fun. My Happy Place Nutrition just opened up in town, and many people are excited about the healthy alternative. Let's go to Connor Murphy.
A new smoothie store called My Happy Place Nutrition has opened up in West Bridgewater, and students share their opinions on it. Now, let's take a look at what they have to say. With such a variety on the menu, people have already picked their favorites.
I get the Oreo protein shake. It's really good.
The Reese's peanut butter cup was pretty good, so I would recommend that one.
I tried somebody's mint Oreo cheesecake.
Students also tell us about the health benefits of their drinks.
They sell protein shakes and recovery shakes, stuff like that.
I know that it has a lot of health benefits to it, so a lot of people go there because they want to lose weight.
Students told us why they would choose this shop.
I would choose this place because it's convenient, it's right around the corner, and there's not many of these in West Bridgewater. Actually, there's none of these, so.
I first tried My Happy Place Nutrition a few weeks ago. They sell, they have a combination of they have a tea and then they have a protein smoothie. So you have to, you get both of them for $9.
Well, they sell a tea, and then they give you a smoothie, and then they give you an extra smoothie that was left over.
They just have really good smoothies and shakes. The shakes are bomb. What more can I say?
Students seem to really enjoy My Happy Place Nutrition. If you would like to try My Happy Place Nutrition, they are open 9 to 7 on weekdays, and on weekends they are open 9 to 12. Well, that wraps up this edition of Wildcat News. On behalf of the entire E-Block class, have a great day. We'll see you next time.